How you doing, Deshaun?
Well, how are you?
Great, thank you. Now that you've had another week with your new guys, Cooks, Cobb, and David Johnson, could you talk about what you like about each one of them and what kind of on-field rapport you're developing with them?
Yeah, the chemistry is coming on well. We've been building that all summer. And then from the past week, those guys, I mean, each guy's veteran guy, so they see different things. They understand the football IQ is very high, and those guys make plays. And that's the biggest thing that we wanted, from each one of our guys to come in and do their job and produce as veteran and all pros. And that's what they've been, bringing to this team, a different type of energy that we've seen in the previous years.
Sarah?
Deshaun, a couple of your teammates have talked about how if you make a mistake in practice that you don't do it again. What is it about the way that you learn and the way that you practice that allows that to be the case?
I've always had that mentality since I've been little. I've just learned that over the years from different coaching staff and just my mindset, growing up where I'm from. So I just kind of always had that. And regardless, I try to learn from other people's mistakes. And if I, make a MA, I made sure that, I kind of correct that because a lot of eyes is on me. I control what I can do out there on the field and everyone is following. So as far and as good as I go as a quarterback, that's how far and as good the team is going to go. So I got to have that mentality each and every practice, each and every day.
Mark?
Sean, how are you?
I'm good. You?
So I'm fine, thank you. So what did you think when you saw Bill doing the push-ups and having to do a couple of them one-handed to boot?
Yeah, I mean, that's his way of course, if he, call a wrong period. I know today was a big situational day, so he had the ends, I guess, mixed up on which way we're going to the end zone. But yeah, I mean, that's his way of just kind of okay, he messed up and he's knocking his push-ups on and let's lock back in.
You had a chance to do a Zoom with some kids from the Boys and Girls Club after practice. How cool was that? How much did you enjoy doing that?
It's always good to be able to share my advice and say what's up to some kids that look up to me because I was in their shoes years ago. And for me, to have the opportunity when I was younger with the Falcons, now, they have the opportunity in their city with the Texans. And for me to be one of those guys, I knew it changed my life and helped me, motivate me to continue to fulfill my dreams and goals in life.
Aaron
Thank
Wilson?
you.
Yeah, hey, Deshaun. Deshaun, writing a book this off season, what did that mean to you to become an author, and what were some of the things that you wanted to get across in that book?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, it was something that it wasn't high on my bucket list, but it was definitely something on my bucket list as I learned when I was in, college at Clemson University. And for me to be able to just share my testimony in a different perspective, different way for people to, for me to reach different people across the world was awesome. And then, over the leadership things, everything that I learned through high school and through college, learning from Coach Sweeney, I just wanted to apply that in the book and share that because every time I, do an event or appearance, a lot of people would say, once they hear my story, they, learn so much from it. So for me to be able to put it in words and for it to cross the, the globe is definitely my goal, and that's what I want to do with it.
And to follow up, I see that you've become a big soccer fan, and a little bit about that. We're seeing a lot of social media with you supporting that soccer team.
Yeah, FC Bayern Munich. That's my team. That's a family. We got some big things coming up in the future, and supporting them in the Champions League. They got a big one championship game against Paris. I think it's Sunday. So definitely be tuning in with that, and sending my best wishes and good luck to all the players out there and to the bros that I know on that team and everyone in that football club.
Christy?
Deshaun, I wondered if you could talk about your tight end group and what each guy kind of brings to the table with their different skill sets.
Yeah, I mean it's a big group that each one of those guys definitely can do a lot of different things, but they all are very dynamic and make big plays and can help this team, especially this offense, take it to a whole nother level. And to have a big group like that who all support each other and who want the best for each other, and who it don't matter who's in the game or who's in practice, they all make sure that they set their standards very, very high. And they all can do a lot of different things: line up side, outside, inside, block, catch, receive, do it all. So each guy's been coming along and gaining experience and gaining reps as we continue to push forward.
Greg.
Deshaun, what is satisfying to you about using the mental side of your game to beat opponents? And how is that satisfaction maybe a little bit different than it is when you pull off one of these incredible feats like the Raiders game or the Chargers game last year?
There's always room to improve, especially on the mental side, just kind of making sure that, you see different things on film. I'm always each and every week, each and every practice, try to gain so much information where I can do different little techniques and details on reading defenses. Sometimes they win, sometimes I win, but I always try to, make sure that's the majority of the game. And then after that, I just let my athletic ability and my IQ and just kind of reacting, my gut feeling just take over and just play football. And that's a lot of the time being, but I guess a lot of the mental part is pre-snap, and then right when I get the ball, then after that, I just react and play football.
DP.
Hi, Deshaun. A number of your teammates and even coaches have talked about how much more comfortable you look this year and how much you seem to have grown in just your understanding of the offense. What about for you personally? Where do you think that you've seen the most improvement from last year to this year in camp so far?
My confidence will continue to grow. The leadership, the knowledge of the offense, what we want to do as a whole has been simplified for me, just because it's year 4 for me. So having that comfortability and having that confidence on exactly what we've been learning over the past 3 years, now getting into my year 4, and being with Tim, spending a whole year last year on his mindset and what he's thinking. And now he's a play caller, now having that, we've been on the same page, and I already know before, each situation, what he's thinking. So we're on the same page. So I think that's the next step that I've been taking with him, and it's been good.
Jerome.
Hey, Deshaun, I know some of this will come in your book that's coming up, but I know how important faith is to you in a sense. But do you feel that you have like a higher calling in a sense, or that there's a destiny in where you're going to go and what you're trying to do that might even be bigger than football?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, football has definitely opened my eyes, and it's the main priority right now. But football is only can last so long. So what can I do outside of football? How can I use this platform that the Lord had put me in to be able to share and touch other people across the world? Because of course, everyone wants to be legendary and be remembered forever, especially after their football time. And hopefully, I can continue to build my my name and my brand for that to happen. But after I'm done with football, I definitely want to be able to travel the world and continue to inspire people and motivate people and use my platform and testimony and the things that I accomplished in this football time to be able to help other people's lives and continue to grow this world and make it a better place.
Along the lines of those accomplishments, where does a Super Bowl or winning a Super Bowl fit into that? Is that,
that's top priority. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm trying to pull a big 3. I won a state championship, won a national championship. So of course I'm trying to get a Super Bowl. I'm trying to, of course, be legendary. That's my word since college. And for me to be that, I have to, win a Super Bowl. And definitely win it, with the Houston Texans. We never won one here before. We haven't even came on the brink of winning one. We got to get to that game before that, and then of course we can think about that. But I'm trying to create history and continue that and make it a dynasty.
Did you have another one, Jerome?
No, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Okay, Brandon.
Deshaun, music question here. What are some of your favorite tapes from this year? I know Atlanta had quite a few tapes that came out this year between Gunna and Future. What's in your headphones this year?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I'm on Gunna. I'm on that Lil Baby. His deluxe album came out. Gunna Deluxe, Young Thug, Derez Deshaun, Rod Wave. Sauce Walker, Travis Scott. I have. My playlist and my Spotify is crazy right now. So it just depends on what vibe. I can even go to the party next door. I mean, it just goes down the line. So for me, I just kind of, it depends on what vibe I want, what energy I'm trying to, sink into, and then I just throw it on. I listen to everything.
I know that. I'm sorry. I know that Brandon Dunn has a lot to do with the music that gets played in the locker room.
Yeah.
Are you a part-time DJ too? Like, how does that dynamic work?
No, I let Dunny and the D linemen take control of that. I let them, but they know the vibes, know the energy of what we want in the locker room, and they switch it up a lot, so they keep us, going. It's a lot of Money Man on there, so I like Money Man and big fan of Money Man, so we play that a lot. I have my suggestions, but I have my own little music thing in my locker too, in case they're not playing it, and I turn the vibes up. So I'm secondary DJ.
Last one for John.
Deshaun, you mentioned about trying to win a Super Bowl here and becoming legendary. What is one thing you believe you need to do better this season to put you in position to do that?
Just be more detailed and just trim down the MEs and the mental errors. And if we can do that, and of course stay healthy, that's a big key. I feel like we can have the opportunity. In that last game against the Chiefs, we started off right and continuing, but once we hit that wall and they got the momentum, we got to continue to flip that momentum and learn how to do that. It was a lot of games last year where we couldn't do that. Baltimore, Denver, Kansas City, 3 games right there where if we can stop that momentum and get back in the game, who knows how those games turned out and what we could have did in there. So, just the mental errors and the little details, being very and stopping the momentum of the other team. Just focus on the next play, we'll be fine.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.